in the trunk. It's motherfucking bump, girl. Hey, scientific, calligraphic.
Yes, sir, you see it. You watching Grindaholic TV. Killa Tay Capone, West Coast Mafia's finest. New album out, the one and only. Go check me out, man, or see me in the streets and I got something for you.
These niggas I touch, triggers like I touch bread. Hating hoes say I use too many metaphors. I'm filled with ambition like I was knocking on heaven's door. Praying inches like I was sentenced to a prison term. No monkey business with a gorilla, they live and learn. When the tables turn, the pain sting like a razor burn. Got it, I mean, I'm a Killa King.
We initially knew each other, you know, from our younger days, and then we reconnected through a mutual friend, Mike Laney. What's up? Shout out to Mike Laney. But he was doing some promotions actually when the Gas Chamber was out and stuff, and he like, man, I want to hook you up with these dudes over here. I was recording a lot in Los Angeles, so he's like, man, I want to take you up north. And man, I went up there and linked up with Bo again, and actually, one of my homeboys was driving on the freeway. I had a tape of mine, and we had a fresh demo tape. And Sebo was on the freeway, and he had gave it to him. And Sebo told me, this is the story Bo told me, that he got the tape, listened to it all the way from California all the way to Seattle. That's like a 12, 13-hour drive. He was like, man, you gotta come fuck with us. So after that happened, flew out. Made some connections, man, got into what they was doing and learned a little bit about the independent game, you know. I kind of had an option to do some other things or go on the independent game, and you know, I seen some independent real niggas getting money, so you know, that was the route I was gonna take because I felt that it was a little easier. Plus, I wasn't gonna get, you know, restricted on my lyrical content. You know, that's always been big to me, the freedom of speech. I like to say what I want to say. I don't need nobody telling me how to be an artist or how I need to record. You know what I mean? So that was big on that. So I went up to AWOL Records, Bay Area. Shout out to my brother J-Dub from Oakland. You know, and I got to mingling around in that Northern California scene, and you know, I made my mark, man. You know, it's all about making history. You know, so you know, that's what I've been doing and adding on to my legacy, and I'm still here in 2013 doing my thing.
Ain't make the same. This is war against time, and this is how I maintain.
Back then, you had to be dope to get on the mic. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people rapping, but if you wasn't dope, if you weren't professional, and if you weren't ready, you wouldn't even get an opportunity to get in the booth. So, as far as recording and everything with the artists, I started a little regimen where if you couldn't get your verse down in 7 tries, you had to get up out the booth. Next rapper in there. So, you know, we kind of had a consistency where we was on some one take Jake shit, and you know, it was that real. And you know, I appreciate, you know, going through something like that because it made me a better artist. It made my work ethic better too. You know what I mean? I pushed it to the limit and had the right people around me to motivate me at the time. So, you know, a lot of times in this music business, it's about your outer circle and then your inner circle and how they motivate you and you know what they motivate you to do. Because I know a lot of artists that can rap, but you know, it seems like, you know, when they under a certain kind of pressure or they're around a certain crowd, they might excel. Just like, you know, a basketball player, a football player, you know, you get in the right game or whatever and you get to show your stuff. So, you know, I've always been big on, you know, when it's my time to shine, you put me in front of a crowd or you put me in front of 3 people, I'm gonna do my best to, you know, entertain or, you know, enforce whatever I'm promoting and pushing at the moment. I'm gonna put it in their face and give it to them raw like Killa Tay always had. You know what I mean?
No love, truly, we get scoony if niggas hate. And every time they try to snitch, I'm in a different state. Just when you weenies thought the coast was clear, I have your whole family whack for what I gross in a year. I'm talking unrestricted mob shit with blunts in the air. I fear nothing, fuck the feds if we taking it there. I'm on my thug religionism